Let's have a look at the newspapers. Business Day, that's yours, SK. Let's go.
Indeed. All right, we start with Amplat's targets a London listing. Now, the aim is to deepen liquidity of a group as it prepares to split from the parent company. Anglo-American Platinum is eyeing a secondary listing on the London Stock Exchange to deepen its liquidity as it prepares for its separation next year from parent company Anglo-American. Also, Transnet helps lift Sasol coal exports. The petrochemical company Sasol has reported higher coal exports in the year to end June, and that's partly due to a better performance by the Transnet freight rail. Farmers back Ramaphosa freeing up land. The agricultural sector has thrown its weight behind President Cyril Ramaphosa's proposals to increase funding for land reform and to prioritize the transfer of state land, saying that this has the potential to unlock the commercial value of more than 2 million hectares of underutilized state land. Investors keen to fund public water projects. The private sector investors are looking to finance public water and sanitation projects, but they often struggle to find bankable projects, thus requiring the intervention of the Water Partnership Office in identifying some of those viable projects. And of course, the picture there, US Vice President Kamala Harris laughing as she delivers remarks to the National Collegiate Athletics Association champions team in Washington.
All right, so that's the Business Day. Here's the star for you now. And the big picture, knives out for Joburg Mayor. All right, and Kabelo Gwamanda dismisses growing calls for his removal as opportunistic and political. Action says Mashaba does a U-turn on working with the ANC in the city. So, as we say, that's our question, and also we'll be chatting to him and Mashaba in the last hour of the program. He did make that U-turn yesterday, saying the party will work with the ANC. He previously called the ANC a criminal enterprise, saying, and I quote, "I will never work with the devil." So yeah, that's what he did say. But in a startling turnaround, Mashaba said he will work with the ANC in Joburg on condition that the party removes Kabelo Gwamanda as the mayor. And they go into depth on that story there for you. Council's 78 billion rand debt could collapse Eskom. There's a story. Another one, municipalities across the country owing Eskom a staggering 78 billion rand, risk collapsing the power utility, which will plunge the nation into darkness. So more Eskom woes there. And the Star, or IOL, still on a manhunt. They are hunting for the man behind the X account at Gulam MV, and they're saying he's now fled the country. I did see that post of his. I'm not sure what's going on here, but nonetheless, they say Gulam Mohammed Suleiman Vauda has left the country after being unmasked by independent investigative journalists. So let me leave that there. You can read the details in the Star.
Moving on to the Citizen, how the other half lives. Now, in a Maponyane informal settlement near Marlborough Gardens, north of Johannesburg, the struggle for survival by a widow and the 12 children in her care is as bleak in a country where 55% of the population lives in despair, fraught with poverty, with no services or public amenities. And they go into detail on that story in page 3. Also, bring back F1 to South Africa, says Gayton, Sports, Arts and Culture Minister, to start talks with the relevant people in August in Monaco. And then, of course, the picture there, let the games begin. And this is a picture there of the Olympic rings in the Bastille Square in Paris. This ahead of the 2024 Olympic Games, the Summer Games. And the rings represent the union of the 5 continents, and the opening ceremony on Friday. And also Action SA to link up with the ANC and train a championship duel to the line. So some of the stories the Star carry.
Fantastic. Finally, let's wrap it up with the Sowetan now. And they have got Waar was jy? Lesson on politics for Malema. That's what they say.
Waar was jy?
Waar was jy?
Ja, yeah. You know that song?
Jammer.
Waar was jy?
Waar was jy?
Yeah, where were you?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So yay is wrong. So I must say jay.
Nah, that was a song there.
Ons Weiser.
Ons Weiser nie.
Ons Weiser nie. Okay, got you. So we got We've got the picture. Let's get back to business. President Cyril Ramaphosa during the replies to debate on his opening of Parliament address held in a marquee that was erected in one of the legislature's parking lots in Cape Town yesterday. Can we just fix Parliament, please? That's all I'm asking for. Anyway, rapist jailed 27 years after attack. That's the one there. And state on VBS heist. He grabbed 15.3 million rand in just 3 days. Matodzi's second in command, Ramabunga, alleged loot totaled 23 million rand, and more than 200 witnesses are lined up to testify against 13 accused during the trial. And that wraps up your papers.
Indeed. Right, don't forget the SABC's website, www.sabcnews.com. There you have it. The stories, of course, the Jacob Zuma appearance, all of the applications against John Klope's designation to the JSC, and other stories, the US story as that unfolds, and the Censor Where You Are trial. Of course, you can follow some of those developments live as they unfold.
Indeed. Also remember the SABC Plus app. Please do download it if you haven't already. It really is an incredible app that you've got us in your hand. And wherever you go, you can take us with you. So delete the old one, update it to this new one. You just have to register and boom, the world is your oyster. So that's it. SABC Plus, download it from the App Store. Well, that's it. That's where we lead up